Welcome back to Mac Talks Football. And Barcelona have humiliated Borussia Dortmund in the first leg of the quarterfinals in the Champions League as they won the game 4-0. So let's go ahead and talk about this game. I really don't know where to start. I said in my prediction video that Dortmund could either be spectacular or they could be abysmal, and they chose to go with the latter instead of going with the former. I mean, they were so poor on the night. I really don't know what the game plan was from Dortmund and their managerial team, and but it did not work out clearly because Barcelona, they ripped them to shreds. Like it felt like we use the phrase men against boys, and it felt like men against babies, because it was so easy for Barcelona, the way they moved the ball, the way that they were creating chances. I mean, it was just chance after chance after chance, and Dortmund, they really had no answer to them. They did not know how to stop Barcelona. And I would be, I said it yesterday in the Arsenal game, that they were lucky that they did not, that Madrid did not lose more than 3. And today again, Dortmund, the fact that you have to say that they're lucky that they just lost 4-0 and not more than that just shows you how bad they were and how good Barcelona were. I mean, it was so easy. I mean, that defending at the back, their defending was one of the biggest reasons why Nuri Sahin got the sack early on in the season, that they were not able to defend against better teams, defend against good teams. And it has continued. They have improved a bit, but last night showed their main problem, that their defense is so terrible. There was no communication between the defenders and the goalkeeper. It's like they were, the way that Barcelona moved the ball through their defense, through their midfield, it was so superior. It did not look like they were professional players, that they are playing in a Champions League quarterfinal. People play better in Sunday League football than what Borussia Dortmund played yesterday. It was such a pathetic performance. And Barcelona, to their credit, they are going. They were really good, but I will again say that Dortmund were really poor. But Barcelona were on a different level. I mean, the way that they were moving the ball, it did not look like they were playing in a Champions League quarterfinal. It felt like they are playing against their friends and they're just having fun. And I've said this consistently throughout the season, that Barcelona this season, when they have played like they are in a really good mood, when they've played with the cliche that smiles on their faces, there's no stopping them. But between in the midway through the season, a couple of months, it did not look like I'm just waiting for that Netflix documentary to drop at the end of season, because something happened at the backstage at Barcelona. That's why their form crumbled through that December, January, February period, because before that they were spectacular, and after that they have been spectacular, and there's no stopping them. So something really happened. We don't know what behind the scenes, something has happened. And like last night again, they were on a different planet to Borussia Dortmund. I mean, Rafinha, Lamine Yamal. I mean, what can you say about that kid? I know that the Arabic commentator, he was saying that he's the new Messi, he's the new Cruyff, he's the new Maradona. I mean, all those celebrities are linked with him. The way that he plays, the way he moves, like he's just spectacular. Lewandowski again, he's like 36 now, and the way that he moves the ball, the way he scores. Agavi, Patrick, all of the Barca players, they were just simply spectacular. And I want to give a special shout out to Szczesny, because a lot of people are not going to concentrate on that. He really did not have to do that much in that game, because all the action was happening on the other end of the park. But he got into there were like 2 or 3 times when Dortmund came close, and Szczesny had to make important saves, and he made those saves. And there just there are small moments of the game, small incidents in the game that usually we get overlooked, because Barcelona won 4-0. But if Szczesny doesn't make those crucial saves, then those that's 4-0 becomes 4-2 or 4-1, and that diminishes the impact of the front line. Dortmund, I mean, they've barely created anything. Both of those saves from Szczesny came from the corners, and that was basically from open play. They barely did anything. And Barcelona, I mean, Rafinha started the party with that goal, and then Lewandowski with the header. I mean, that third goal that Lewandowski scored, the way the speed with which Barcelona Barcelona move the ball. And again, of course, their defensive problems at the back from Borussia Dortmund for the second goals when Rafinha crosses it in. Lewandowski is alone at the back post. I mean, Robert Lewandowski, probably one of the most clinical strikers in the world. He's in the 6-yard box and nobody's marking him. I mean, that just blows your mind. That just shows how bad Dortmund were defensively last night. And for the third goal as well, I mean, he's literally open. Nobody is marking him. Yet again, the cross comes in and he takes an open shot and nobody's close to him. It was so easy for them. Fourth goal, Yamal. I mean, if there was one person who deserved a goal in that game, it was Lamine Yamal, and he goes ahead and he scores that goal, and it becomes a 4-0. And I keep on saying it could easily have been 5-0, 6-0, 7-0, but they just scored that this Barcelona were not able to convert those chances. Let's be very honest, I don't think that anything spectacular is going to happen in the second leg. I think Barcelona are through, barring a miracle from Dortmund in the home stadium, but I don't think that is going to happen. I think Barcelona are in the semi-final, and I think deservedly so. Barcelona are probably were the better team. I mean, they have been probably one of the best teams in Europe this season, so they deserve to go into the semi-final, and I don't think there's gonna be a much happening in that second leg, if I'm being very honest with you. Dortmund, on the other hand, where should I start? I mean, they know that this was probably their biggest game of the season. They're not gonna win the league. They are fighting to get back into the Champions League or the European places at the moment in the league, because their form has been so poor and they've been so inconsistent. I said in the prediction video as well that they are so inconsistent, and one of the biggest, the only hopes the Dortmund fans are gonna have going into that second leg is the same thing that I said earlier on, that they could be either spectacular, or they could be abysmal, and they have had their abysmal part in the first leg, and they need to be spectacular. But again, you need at least to score 4 goals to draw with Barcelona. To outright win the leg, you need to score 5 goals. So I think that's going to be a huge task, which is going to be quite impossible for Borussia Dortmund. But yet again, it is football, anything can happen. They need special powers in the second leg, in the return leg. It is going to be their home stadium, so maybe the fans can help. But yet again, I think it's going to be a huge for me, I don't think it's going to happen. I'll be very honest. I really don't think that Barcelona are going to concede 4 goals. And the fact that the thing is that it's not only that Barcelona are going to concede 4, the fact is that you are expecting Barcelona to not go ahead and score another goal against Dortmund with this defense especially. And now Dortmund are going to have to play even more attacking football because they need to score 5 goals there, and Barca players are going to find even more chances. That's what happened in that second half. When that second goal goes in, Dortmund went back. They wanted to score the goal, they wanted to get something back into the game, and this allowed Barcelona to have so much space. For that, the third goal, I think it was like 3 passes it took for Barcelona to score. Gavi to Pedri to Yamal, and Yamal finishes it off. That's how easy it became in the end. Even for that Lewandowski goal, I think it was just 4 passes between them. So yeah, and with that mindset, if Borussia Dortmund come out to play, they are going to leave so many spaces at the back, and Barcelona are going to take advantage. For me, it's that the tie is done, but we'll see what happens in the next leg. So yeah, that's it for me in this video. Let me know what you guys thought of the game, what you guys thought of Dortmund's performance, what you guys thought of Barca's performance, and if you think Borussia Dortmund have any chance in the next leg, or do you think Barcelona are through to the semi-final? Let me know in the comment section below. Like the video, share it as well, click on the notification bell, and of course subscribe to the channel. We are trying to get to 500 subscribers before the end of the season, so please go ahead and subscribe and help the channel out. Until next time, bye bye.